Guys, so I want to talk about a very important topic, but very necessary, especially in this day and age, and that is not ascribing your value or your sense of worth simply to materialistic things, your status, how much money you make, and so forth, because that on its own is a very, trivial thing, or it can just be something that society has ascribed. And I think there's too much emphasis on that, or how good looking you are and so forth. It's important to be healthy and eat healthy, but I think especially nowadays, society, generally speaking, there's a lot of pop songs these days which I think are doing a good deed, which is bringing that to the forefront. But at the same time, we still get a lot of marketing that pretty much says, like, if you don't have a high status position at this time in your life, or if you don't have this much money, or if your potential or your career pathway or whatever else isn't this or that, then your sense of worth is not supposed to be there. And I think that's complete bogus. And if you ascribe all or most of that to these types of things, you can be very miserable. And I was just recently listening to a podcast. The podcast is called Smart Passive Income. And there's this very well-known entrepreneur and fitness instructor who was on there. And she said that she admitted that she had ascribed a lot of her sense of worth to whether or not she was making sales, making money. And if she wasn't, she wasn't worthy. And that kind of put her in a position where, even though she wasn't passionate about her work anymore or enjoyed it, she still had to keep doing it. And then eventually, it's a good ending. She eventually got away from that. But I think that's very important. You know, you can definitely be caught up in this in a lot of different ways. And I don't think that's true at all. I mean, there are plenty of people who don't have a high status or high position or make a lot of money who are killing it, whatever job they're doing, because they are great at their job. They're great people. They're nice to everyone. They inspire people. They help the world, whatever it is, from a elementary school teacher, I've seen a few like that, to a janitor, to a professor, to whatever. So I think that's very important, and we've lost a bit of that. And I do think, there are general trends, like not everyone's like this, but generally speaking, there's a lot of people that can be like this. So I think that's very important, and I'm fortunate and grateful to have people in my life who have realigned me and reminded me and told me not to, fall into this, because at times I have sort of just naturally moved towards this path or thought in this way, and it's very easy to do, and I see everyone doing it to a certain extent. Not everyone, a lot of people. So I think that's very, very important. So maybe it's not this, but there may be other things that may be tripping you up. And that's why I do think that looking in and working on yourself, reading books on psychology, and if you can afford it, some type of therapy may be good for you. So that's all I gotta say. There's an ant crawling up my back. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Peace.